Are we live? Looks like we are. Hey everybody, good afternoon. This is Matt, and I'm saying hello to all of my freelancing friends. I hope you're having a great day, and just want to say, hey, thanks for joining me today. And we're going to talk about how to have more joy and less stress during the holidays as a freelancer. And we're going to wait just a few minutes for people to get in here, but I'm excited to share with you some tips that I've learned over the years that I use to make this a reality in my own life. So we're going to wait just a few more seconds, see if anybody joins us, and then we'll get started. So it's been a busy day so far, and I just finished a bite to eat, so I hope I don't have anything in my teeth. But it's the holiday season here in America. My daughter just got home from college, and I just picked up my kids from school. They're done with their finals, and they're ready for Christmas break. And so this whole season of the year is getting ready to get started here in America. And I guess commercially, I guess it's been out for quite a while with all the music on the radio stations and the decorations in the stores and the Hallmark Christmas movie marathons. You know, it just it starts earlier and earlier every year. But for me, I love this time of year. It's fun. You know, you enjoy it when you're a kid because of the presents and the tree and the lights and all of that sort of thing. But as an adult, it has come to mean more for different reasons. So anyway, I'm glad that you're with me today. So what I want to do is I want to talk to you about how you as a freelancer can have more joy and less stress. And you may be like, hey, I've already figured that out, no big deal. Well, if that's the case, then I'm super happy for you. But you may be like I used to be, and I was a person who, as a young freelancer, and was always concerned about the work and the projects that I had going on and doing a good job and impressing the clients. And, you know, that mentality of you've got to make hay while the sun is shining. For me, I didn't feel totally comfortable in taking a lot of time off, especially when I had work to do. There's insecurity that plays into that. You're afraid that, you know, you don't want to make somebody mad by not being available. You don't want to lose the opportunity. You don't want to lose the work. You want to do it while you can. But it really, you know, for me, there was a point of tension where, you know, working all that time and then not taking, you know, time off. And for you, taking that time off may be a different time of year or a different season or a different holiday or whatever the case may be. But for me, it has seemed like over the years, I have really come to really appreciate my time during the holidays, especially in December, you know, from Christmas to New Year's. And I'll just tell you that one of the things that I try to do as a freelancer, as a business person, is I try to do as little as possible work-wise between Christmas and New Year's. So I'm busy right now. I'm getting work done, and I'm taking care of things in anticipation of taking some time off. And I'll try to take that time off as much as possible because it's for me it's a healthy thing. When I take that time off, it allows me a chance to unplug, to recharge my batteries. Of course, my kids are at home, and I love spending time with them. I love being around family for gatherings. And then I also like to take time and just reflect on the blessings that I've received and the work that I've done over the past year, and then really start to think about what my business is going to be like in the upcoming year. So If you're a freelancer, I mean, and this is another thing that kind of works for me at this time of year. Most of my clients, have their marketing and advertising budgets. And if they follow the calendar year, then a lot of them are, at the point where they've kind of spent their budgets or are spending the remaining of their budgets, in December. And so then, there's less money to spend, less projects to start. And people are taking vacation. Of course, it's the holidays and people like to travel. People are using up their vacation time at work, and they're just not in the office as often, so you're not in as many meetings with clients. And it just seems like, for me, this is also kind of a natural time of year when things just kind of slow down. January 1, new budgets will refresh and new projects will start coming in and things will get really busy again. But at this point in time, I found that this is just a great time when work slows down, and if I allow myself to slow down, I can really have some big benefits. But how do you do that? If you've never really carved the time out and set time aside to have have this time, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to have more joy and less stress during the holidays. Okay, so basically 3 things I want to teach you. Number 1, you've got to plan ahead. I like to say, I use it this way. I try to plan for my spontaneous moments, okay? And that sounds a little contradictory, but as a freelancer, you really kind of have to plan ahead. You're the only one setting your schedule, and so you kind of have to be in control of it. So for me, I know that I like to be away from the office, and I love to be away from work between Christmas and New Year's. So I plan that in advance, and I know that I'm not going to be at the office. And so from a budgeting standpoint, I want to make sure that I have work done in ahead of time as much as possible to create the cushion, to create what I'm going to need to get me through that week without having any work. So you have to think about that. You have to kind of plan your internal work calendar accordingly. If you have things that you normally do on a weekly basis, try to find a way to either schedule them ahead and automate them, or find a way so that if you even have to work a little bit during that week, that it's minimal, that you have as much prep work done as possible, and all you have to do is maybe fire off an email or do some little piece of maintenance. And that's okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be totally disconnected. You do what you have to do, but plan ahead as much as possible so that when you get to that time when you're taking a break, you can really detach. If you're traveling or whatever, make sure you've got that in your calendar as well. I know that sometimes when I travel, I can actually work on the road. And so I need to be careful, though, that if I'm there with the family and we're supposed to be doing fun things, that I don't allow myself to get distracted. But the nice thing about, sometimes traveling, especially if you're going a long way for the holidays, is sometimes you can actually make that time productive. You be the judge. You don't want to take time away from your family if there's an opportunity to be there and connect and be present. I encourage you to do that, but just think ahead, plan ahead. Okay, that's step number 1. Think about what you're going to do with your time and plan ahead. The second thing you need to do, make sure you communicate clearly with your clients. Your clients are the people that pay you, and you certainly don't want to create a bad taste. You don't want to make them mad. But then you shouldn't feel like you're out of line by wanting to take some time off. They have vacation too, and they take vacation. So why shouldn't you? But the big thing is just to communicate with them. Communicate clearly, early, and often. Just so that you don't want to get to the point where you're coming up to your vacation time, and you have to explain to them why you're not there. Make sure they know well in advance that you've got some scheduled time off, and that if there's any work that needs to be done during that time, tell them that you're willing to work on it ahead, and try to get as much of that work done as possible so that it's not a burden on you or them during that time that you're off. And that also is just a way to say that you appreciate your clients. I know that when I take time off and I let my clients know that I'm going to be busy or I'm going to be spending time with my family and that I'm not going to be available, my clients are usually more than gracious and are very willing to work with me and my schedule and my availability. And oftentimes when I let them know that I'm going to be gone, they say, thanks. I appreciate you just saying something and letting me know that you weren't going to be working this week. We've got it covered. Go enjoy your time off. And as a freelancer, that feels really good to know that your relationship with your client is tight, that they appreciate you, and that they value the time that you get to spend alone and detached from work too. So stay communicating with your clients. That's step number 2. All right, step number 3 in how to have more joy and less stress while you're during the holidays, okay, is to disconnect and enjoy your time that's off, the time that you have off, okay? You're going to plan ahead and you're going to communicate with your clients, but once you've done that homework, once you've got the table set, then when it's time for you to disconnect and it's time for you to be off, then truly be off. You don't need to be thinking or second guessing or checking your iPhone for a new email every 15 minutes. I'm not saying don't stay connected, but put it down and walk away from it and forget about it for a while. It's going to be there when you get back. If it's an emergency, they'll call you. They'll let you know if there's something that they need you, and there's no other resolution. They'll know how to get a hold of you. So just rest and just take that time to detach, because one of the things as freelancers that we can tend to do is we can tend to just really never relax, never let go, never get an opportunity for our minds to just kind of disconnect, unplug. And there's valuable things that can happen for us as freelancers when we allow that to happen, okay? We give our bodies, because our mind is unplugged, our body gets a chance to heal as well. Okay, our body gets a chance to exhale, because that stress and that tension that we carry in our job is translated to our body, okay? And when our mind has a chance to let go of it, then our body has a chance to let go of it. And for me, I've got to be on vacation or I've got to be on holiday for at least a couple of days before my mind and my body are like, okay, now I can relax. And when you get to that point, lots of things can happen. Number one, your energy is going to go up. Okay, you're gonna get new ideas. You're going to be thinking about things that you don't normally think about because you're not thinking about work, and it's going to be incredibly inspiring for you just to have that time to disconnect. And one other thing that you can do, and this would be sort of a work-related exercise. I do this as a person. During the time that I'm taking a break during the holidays, I kind of do a list of gratitudes, okay? I think about the past year. I think about all the work that I've done, all the relationships that I've been able to work with, the companies I've been able to work with, the good things that we've done. And I take a time just to be grateful, be glad for the year that I've had, that I've been able to earn an income by doing what I love. Then I take and I look toward the new year. So 2019, I'm looking for what are the opportunities that are going to be in front of me. Some of them I know about. Some of them I've already got planned. Some of them are going to come up as a surprise. Some are going to be things that I'm going to discover along the way. A lot of things happened in 2018 that I didn't plan on. And they were opportunities that came, and I was just like, wow, that's so cool. So I look to 2019 now with anticipation, with hope. And that kind of causes your mind to just wander. And just, again, it's to be thankful that, we're in this place. Now, I'm always looking to get better. I'm always looking to make my business run more efficiently. I'm always looking to make the work that I'm doing more closely knit to who I am as a person, so that the work that I do is not just fulfilling the needs of my client, but it's actually something that helps fulfill me as well. And so, taking that time at the end of the year to look back and then look forward is for me, is very powerful. So yes, it is possible to have more joy and less stress during the holidays. And I'll just recap that again. Number one, you want to plan ahead. Okay, make a plan. And I realize that December is here, but you can still do some planning. If you want to take some time off, you still got time to plan. Think about what you're going to do. Adjust your work schedule accordingly. Add some things in if you need to work ahead, so that those tasks that would normally be done during that time that you're going to be gone can be taken care of very easily, or maybe even automatically. Okay, so plan ahead. The second one is make sure you communicate with your clients early and often. Okay, so as soon as you know you're going to be taking time off, let them know. Let them put it on their calendar, so that as they're planning, as they're doing their things internally, they know that during this point in time you're going to be available. And if most clients are going to be very respectful of that. They want to maintain a great working relationship with you, and they're going to do everything they can to make sure that they value your request for time off. But then don't just let that be your only communication. Make sure that you're reminding them, periodically, hey, just letting you know that I'm going to be gone during this time, and I just want to make sure that I've got everything covered from my end, so that there's no surprises. And just make sure that you guys are on board as well. Then the final thing is, when you finally get to that point where you're taking some time off, make sure you truly disconnect. Make sure you truly set the phone down, set the computer down, whatever it is that will trigger you into work mode, put it away and give yourself some time to detach, to unplug. Let your mind and body recharge. Let your mind be inspired. Think about those things that you've done, that you're grateful for, and then look forward to the things that are in the future, things that haven't yet happened yet, but it's just a way to kind of keep things in perspective. So there you go, a way to have more joy and less stress during the holidays. And hey, I see some people are joining me. I appreciate that. Hey, type in the comments. Let me know that you're here. I'd love to say hi to you. There's Rachel. Rachel, good to see you. Thanks for leaving a comment. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful holiday. And I'm going to be hopefully doing this every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I want to make it a regular thing where I get together with you and share a piece of wisdom, share something that I've learned. And it may be something I just learned last week, or it may be something I learned a long time ago. Something that just I think will help you be a better freelancer, and make you better at what you're doing. Hey, there you go. Thanks so much, Rachel. Hey, I want to share with you guys, one of the things that I would like to do in these Tuesday talks is answer your questions. And so if there's a burning question you have about freelancing, graphic design, web development, those are the things that I kind of know pretty well, or maybe it's something else. Go ahead and send me a message through my Facebook page. That way I can add it to the list. I would be more than thrilled to answer your questions and help you get better as a freelancer. Hey, there's Missy. How you doing? Thanks for joining us today. You guys are awesome. And anyway, yeah, so drop me a line. Send me a question, and I don't promise to have every answer, but I'll do my very best to give you whatever advice I've got to give. And hopefully together we can make our businesses better, right? So anyway, all right. So guys, I'm going to jet out here. I got to go get my kids at school, and I will see you later. If I don't talk to you before the holidays, I want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a very blessed New Year. So until then, guys, you're awesome, stay awesome, and be who you were created to be, okay? We'll talk soon. Bye.